March 10th. I'm ridge running right now. As you can see behind me, I'm as high as anything around. And I'll leave it like this, give some, maybe not, that's, alright. I didn't keep up with my promise to shave every day. I'll see if I can do that in the morning. Well, last night I set up my beautiful tent. I had it in Alaska, I'd had it in Ensenada. I had it in all these places, and it's like, man, this is my tent. And I set it up. I went, oh, this is so big. I think I've been in a hotel room smaller than that. So yeah, I know that one of the things I'm going to be upgrading to is a smaller tent. I'm going to mail a fair number of things back to Kathleen. Actually, I've got a long list now of things that I'm going to put in the box that I'm mailing back to Kathleen. So that's one of them. But it was fun. Now, after setting it up, because we were going to have all this wonderful weather yesterday, I was casual about, connecting everything. It was a little dark, and I hadn't set it up in 20 years, and so I took some shortcuts and didn't worry about it so much, because it was going to be a nice evening. Well, it stopped being a nice evening. We had a bunch of, it was thunderstorms and lightning and wonderful weather. Problem is, I'd actually, because I thought it was going to be good weather, I'd, camped on top of a bench, which, is high ground, and, so I had a great view of everything around me. But that means the wind didn't get stopped by anything, especially as you can see the trees behind me don't have any leaves, so there was no trees to stop the wind either. So, important safety tip: either check the weather before you finish setting up your tent, or set it up correct every night. Anyway, this morning, because of that, I ended up pulling everything out and setting up a clothesline, and I use my bear bag line as a clothesline, and I just spent the day drying stuff. And the first half of the day was an overcast sky, just low clouds, and just no drying at all was going on. So it was a day in camp. I'm got another half hour, 45 minutes before I start setting up camp on this hike. Like I said, I'm trying to go short. I'm getting out of breath a lot, which is what I'm supposed to be doing. This is why I'm supposed to go slow. This is why I'm going slow and plan to go slow, the first month of this. But the reality of planning for it and actually doing it is two different things. Anyway, it is a beautiful view, and I just wish I actually had a view I could show you instead of it being obstructed by trees. So anyway, when I get an unobstructed view, I'll share it with you. I did take some pictures. One of my drying day camp, and some other things. A little disappointed. I actually got one of these Sawyer squeeze water filters, and they're great, except that the person who sold it to me, I thought it was a new one, and apparently it had been used, and someone had glued on the part that's supposed to pop off so you can use the filter. So I'm not pleased. So I did use my BioLite. It actually, the fan is kind of cool. I had to break up a lot of wood into short pieces. I mean finger length pieces, and start off with small wood and everything. And so that was a wonderful experience. I cooked a cup of tea. I'm trying to slowly work my way off of caffeine, because maybe one day I won't be able to cook my caffeine, and I don't want to suffer the headaches that come from caffeine withdrawal. So I'm slowly weaning myself off. I'll find out tonight if I was able in diminishing my amount today, because it was only 1 cup of tea, and I used some of my honey in it, and creamer rather. I also made me a pot of rice, and I put in actually it's comes from it's some bouillon, but it's more of it's mazola. It's a Hispanic type of tomato-based bouillon. And I also put in sweetened whatever salmon. It's a foil packet of I guess salmon instead of tuna, but it worked out really well. It had a nice little meaty flavor. It was Uncle Ben's rice, so I just had a bag of that, and I used about half the bag, and made me. It was more liquidy than rice, but I need the fluid, so. So yeah, I cameled up, and then I completed my packing, and now I'm on the trail. I got snow tomorrow. There's supposed to be snow, ice, rain tomorrow night. So tomorrow I'm going to make sure that I'm in shelter in a veil, in a low area, so the wind can't get straight at me and mess me and my tent up. But yeah, the tent is wonderful, and of course it needs to be changed out because, well, you can't have wonderful tents. You have to have small tents. But yeah, I brought everything in, spread it all out, and then of course the wind was actually blowing the rain up under my fly and through the mosquito netting on the top of the tent. I was like, okay. Well, I have to admit, the both of my doors, 2 entrances, 2 vestibules. Yes, it's a beautiful tent. It's big. It's wonderful. But I had not closed either of the doors. I didn't even close the mosquito screen because right now we don't have any bugs. So my really good mosquito repellent is still sitting in the in my pack unused. Maybe it's faulty too. Yeah. So safety tip: always. I checked. I said I had all the pieces. What I didn't check to see is if the top came off like it's supposed to, and that was not the best of things. So I will try to, when I get a really great view, I'll try to stop and take a video of that and everything. So anyway, this is March 10th, and I will be seeing you tomorrow. I am a little bit chilly. Getting the wind is kind of cutting, but it's been kind of doing that all day. But it's when it finally cleared out, I was just so glad that I got out in the sun and everything. Now, Wendy, I didn't use any sunscreen today because mainly it was cloudy most of the day, and the bit that was anyway. So I should have though, but I don't think I burned today. All right. Well, I will talk to you later. It's 9 minutes now.